Hello students, this is your Prasanna ma'am from NEET World. Now we are going to discuss about assertion, reason and statement based questions from the chapter biological classification. So if you look into the first question, consider the following statements about sexual reproduction he is asking. So the first statement, if you see, in class Phycomycetes, sexual reproduction produces resting diploid spore called zygospore, correct. Phycomycetes has two subclasses beta. Phycomycetes has two subclasses. One is oomycetes and the other is zygomycetes Oomycetes post sexual reproduction, they form diploid oospore. Zygomycetes will form diploid zygospore. They form what beta? Diploid zygospore. Zygospores are formed by fusion of two gametes, correct? They are formed by what ma? They are formed by fusion of two gametes. All zygospores are of isogamous type. No. Zygospores are formed as a result of any of these iso, aniso and oogamous type of sexual reproduction. Clear? They are zygotes or else the diploid spore like cells which are formed post sexual reproduction. They are not of isogamous type. So yes, statement 1 and 2 are correct. Our answer will be 1. Next question, if you see, analyze the following statements about Ascomycetes class of fungi, which is also called as what ma? This is also called as sac fungi. Ascomycetes is also called as sac fungi. So yes, the first statement about it is branched and septate, correct? It is branched and septate. Second, the asexual spores are conidia produced on special mycelium called as conidiophores. Yes, mycelium will give rise to conidiophores and these conidiophores release conidia exogenously. They release conidia in what mema? They release conidia exogenously. Always do remember, they release conidia exogenously. Sexual spores are called as ascospores, which are produced in sac-like fungi. Ascospores are sac-like asci, true. Ascospores are produced on the sac-like structures called asci and this fruiting body name is ascocarp. And they are produced endogenously. Ascospores are produced endogenously. Most important to remember ma, do remember. Clear? So yes, all the three statements are correct with respect to Ascomycetes. Next question, if you see, consider the following statements in this group. The plasmodium differentiates and forms fruiting bodies, true, bearing spores at their tips. They bear spores at their tips, correct. Spores possess true walls. In complete life cycle of slime mold, if you see the plant body of slime mold, you see only the spores will have true walls, rest all faces of it will have just plasma membrane covered the cell. Okay, only spores will have true walls. Next, the spores are dispersed by air currents, correct. Spores are extremely resistant and survive for many years in the adverse conditions, true. So yes, all these statements belong to what ma? Slime molds which are fungi like protists. Now if you see next question, which of the following statements are about viruses, are false about viruses? Always look into the question whether he is asking correct or incorrect statement. He is asking us to choose false statements about viruses. Viruses are facultative parasites. No, they are obligate. Parasites. Next, so this is wrong. Viruses can multiply only when they are inside the living host, true. Viruses cannot pass through the bacterial filter papers. Virus molecular weight or the size of virus will be less than bacteria. For example, bacteria size is 1 to 2 micrometers. Bacterial size is 1 to 2 micrometers. Virus will be 0.02 to 0.2 micrometers. We have learnt in cell the unit of life, right? So yes, they can easily pass through bacterial filter paper. Name one more monera which can easily pass through bacterial filter paper, that is mycoplasma. Mycoplasma, which doesn't have any cell wall. Mycoplasma which doesn't have any cell wall. Clear beta? Next, virus do not contain protein, DNA and RNA. No, wrong. Virus contain a protein coat and either DNA or RNA, but virus is never called as a cell. It is just a living entity because the composition which has to be present in the cell, virus doesn't have, and cell is independent in its function and structure. This is dependent in both function and structure. Clear? So yes, virus has protein coat, either DNA or RNA. Now you tell me what are the wrong statements. 1, 2, virus can pass through bacterial filter papers. 1, 3 and 4. Yes. So option 2 is correct. 1, 3 and 4. Option 3. Clear ma? Next question. Study the following statements and identify the correct option given below. Viruses that infect plants have single stranded RNA and viruses that infect animals have single or double stranded RNA or DNA. True. Bacterial viruses are also called as bacteriophages, are usually single stranded RNA. No. Bacteriophage, which is infecting bacteria, will have double stranded circular DNA. Double stranded circular DNA. Clear beta? So yes, this is wrong. Statement 1 is true and 2 is false. Option 1 is the answer. Next question. The cell wall of euglenoids is rich in protein. The cell wall of euglenoid is rich in protein, which makes their body flexible. Protein layer is called as what? Protein layer over euglena is called as pellicle. It is called as pellicle, and it is making euglenoid more rigid. Yes. Next, euglenoids are photosynthetic in the presence of sunlight. When deprived of sunlight, they behave like heterotrophs. True. By predating on smaller organisms. Statement 2 is correct. So before doing this set of statements, do remember option 1. Option 1 means both statement 1 and 2 are correct. Option 2 means statement 1 is correct, 2 is wrong. Option 3 is statement 1 is wrong, 2 is correct. Option 4 is both the statements are wrong. Clear beta? Based on this, we need to identify this set of questions. So here statement 2 is correct, statement 1 is wrong, then our option is 3. Next, in Phycomycetes and Ascomycetes, the intertwining stage is dikaryote. Wrong. In Ascomycetes and Basidiomycetes, you will see an intertwining dikaryotic stage in their sexual reproduction. Of these two, which is the most advanced fungi? Basidiomycetes is advanced fungi. Phycomycetes is also called as algal fungi or primitive fungi. It will not show any dikaryotic phase. So statement 1 is wrong. Statement 2, if you take the fungi forming fruiting bodies in which reduction division occurs leading to the formation of haploid spores. This leads to the formation of what beta? Haploid spores. Correct. So 1 is wrong and 2 is correct. Here again it is option 3. Next question. All prokaryotic organisms were grouped together under the kingdom Monera and multicellular organisms placed in Protista. Wrong. Unicellular eukaryotes are placed in the kingdom Protista. Unicellular eukaryotes are placed under the kingdom Protista, not multicellular organisms. Kingdom Protista has brought together Chlamydomonas, chlorella. Yes, they are plant-like protists, and Paramecium and amoeba, they are animal-like protozoans. Protozoans. Yes. Kingdom Protista has brought together plant-like and animal-like protists. Yes, this is true. So here also 1 is wrong and 2 is correct. Again it is option 3. The bacterial structure is very complex. No, bacterial structure is simple and very complex in its behavior. Again 1 is wrong. Compared to many other organisms, bacteria as a group show least extensive metabolic diversity. No, they show wide range of metabolic diversity both in nutrition and respiration. In nutrition, if you take autotrophic, heterotrophic, in autotrophic also photosynthetic and chemosynthetic autotrophs. In heterotrophs again 3 modes, you know, saprophytic, symbiotic and parasitic. Respiration, if you take aerobic, anaerobic respiration, under aerobic respiration you will learn about obligate aerobes and facultative anaerobes. Under anaerobic respiration again obligate anaerobes and facultative aerobes. This much vast metabolic diversity is there. It is not least diversity. So this is also wrong. When both the statements are wrong, it is option 4. Clear beta? Next. Archaebacteria differ from other bacteria in having different cell wall structure. Yes, archaebacteria will differ in their cell wall structure when compared to other bacteria. Cell wall of archaebacteria is made up of polysaccharides, proteins, and unbranched lipids. And what ma? Unbranched lipids, because of which they can survive in any environmental conditions, be it halophytes or as thermoacidophiles, or in the gut of ruminants as methanogens. It can survive in any of the habitat, and methanogens are present in the gut of several ruminants such as cow and buffalo. True. Clear ma? So yes, here option 1 and 2 both are correct. So it is option 1. Statement 1, if you see here, nostoc and anabaena fix atmospheric nitrogen in specialized heterocyst. So nostoc and anabaena comes under blue-green algae or cyanobacteria. In blue-green algae, if you take, you have 2 set of cells. You have 2 set of cells, which is, one is vegetative cells, and the other type is heterocyst, Vegetative cell conducts photosynthesis having 2 photosystems, but then heterocyst cell wall is very thick. It is impermeable to oxygen because heterocyst contains the enzyme nitrogenase which fixes the nitrogen. It is helpful in nitrogenous fixation. Nitrogenase enzyme is it will not show its activity whenever oxygen is present. In the presence of oxygen, nitrogenase is inactive. Nitrogenase is inactive in presence of oxygen. That is why heterocyst cell wall is very thick, which is impermeable to oxygen, right? So that as this has nitrogenase enzyme, this fixes nitrogen. So yes, this statement is true. Next, chemosynthetic autotrophic bacteria oxidize various organic substance. Wrong. They will oxidize various inorganic substance. They will oxidize various inorganic substances like nitrates, nitrites, ammonia, and they play very crucial role or vital role in recycling the nutrients of this earth. Okay. So yes, statement 2 is wrong. When 1 is correct and 2 is wrong, then our option will be 2. Yes ma? Next question. Yeah. Ciliated protozoans are aquatic actively moving organisms because of the presence of thousands of cilia. I already told you ciliate organisms will move much faster than flagellate organisms. Ciliated protozoans have a cavity or gullet that opens to to the inside of cell surface? No. Ciliated protozoan, for example, paramecium, if you take paramecium, they have a food cullet. This opens to the surface, opens to outside the surface area, so that it can take the food inside. Okay, not it opens to the inside. No, this is wrong. It opens to outside so that it can consume the food. And he said all ciliated protozoans have cavity. No, it is only paramecium that is having the food cavity. So yes, this is wrong. When 1 is true and 2 is false. When 1 is true and 2 is false, then our answer will be 2. Our option will be 2. Next question, if you take, when a fungus reproduces sexually, two haploid hyphae of compatible mating types come together and fuse. True. In some fungi, the fusion of two haploid cells immediately results in diploid cells. True. When both statements are correct, it is option 1. It is option 1. Clear, ma? Next question. Yeah. In Basidiomycetes, the mycelium is aseptate and cenocytic. He is saying no, the mycelium is septate and branched, it is not cenocytic. Aseptate and cenocytic you will see only in one class of fungi beta, that is Phycomycetes. Which class is it? Phycomycetes. Next, in Basidiomycetes the sex organs are present, but plasmogamy is brought about by fusion of vegetative cells. No, the sex organs are absent in Basidiomycetes, they are not present. So yes, both the statements are wrong, then the option is 4. Next, Penicillium, yeast, Aspergillus, Claviceps, Neurospora, morels and truffles also you can include. Morels and truffles belong to what class of fungi? Ascomycetes. Mycelium is branched and septate. Asexual spores are conidia, which are produced exogenously on the special mycelium conidiophores. True. When both the statements are correct, our answer option will be first option. Okay. Next question. Yeah. Here, Deuteromycetes are called as imperfect fungi. True, Deuteromycetes are called as fungi imperfecti because they do not conduct sexual reproduction. Only asexual or vegetative phases of this fungi are known. Reason is explaining assertion. Why it is called as fungi imperfecti is said by reason. So this is option 1. Here if you see the next question, bacteria are sole members of the kingdom Monera. Correct. Bacteria have eukaryotic cellular organization. Wrong. Bacteria have prokaryotic cellular organization. Prokaryotic cellular organization where they don't have membrane bound nucleus, no membrane bound organelles. So yes, this is wrong. Assertion is true, reason is false, then the answer option is 3. Right. Next, diatomaceous earth is used in polishing, alteration of oils and syrups. True. Diatoms are chief producers in the ocean. True. Two statements are true, but reason is not explaining assertion, then this is option 2. Yes ma? Next question. Yeah, two kingdom classification used for long time was found to be inadequate. True. Why is it inadequate? It is not distinguishing between eukaryote, prokaryote, unicellular, multicellular, green algae and fungi. Correct. So yes, both statements are true and reason is explaining assertion, then the option is 1. Next, viruses cause diseases and replicate when they are in a host cell. Correct. Viruses do not replicate outside. Yes, they don't replicate outside the host, but they can survive. Yes, they can survive in the environment, but they cannot replicate without a host. Yes, when two statements are correct, but there is no proper appropriate explanation, then our option is 2. Yeah. Last set of questions beta, stay focused. 5 kingdom system of classification did not differentiate between heterotrophic group fungi and autotrophic green plants. Wrong. 5 kingdom system of classification clearly differentiated between fungi and autotrophic green plants, where it has introduced which kingdom system of classification introduced fungal kingdom. If such question has come, it is 5 kingdom system of classification which introduced the kingdom fungi. Okay, yes. So what are the 5 kingdoms ma? Monera, Protista, fungi, Plantae and Animalia. Fungi is introduced in 5 kingdom system of classification. Though they showed characteristic difference, wrong. This is wrong. Fungal cell wall is made up of chitin, green plants has cellulose. Assertion is wrong, reason is true, then our answer is option 3. Next, kingdom Plantae includes all eukaryotic chlorophyll containing organisms. True. Few of its members are partially heterotrophs. Yes, few of its members are partially heterotrophs. For example, Striga and Cuscuta. Yeah. So yes, 2 statements are correct, then our option is 2 statements are true, then our option is true. So with this we have exercised all the assertion, reason and statement based questions of this chapter. In coming up session we will deal with EAP set PYQs of this particular chapter. Stay tuned. Thank you.